Well, hey folks, sorry it's been a while since I was on here, just life gets in the way, and yeah, hope everybody is well. So I thought I would document just the next kind of part of my motorcycling journey. I think the last time was just after I got back from Ireland in February. Oh my god, and it's now October the 13th, Friday the 13th today. So yeah, like I say, it has been a while. Sorry about the lighting in here. I don't know if I showed you this or not in the last video, but I've now got some decent lighting in the shed. I don't know how many miles I've done this year. Since I got the bike, or Helena, in July of 22, I've done between 13 and 14,000 miles. Been absolutely fantastic, absolutely loving it. And yeah, wishing I'd done it years ago, but hey ho. So got a few new things on the bike, and a few new things to go on the bike for the next part of this adventure. This is my artisan mobile phone slash power holder. Everybody that sees it absolutely loves it. It might not look very good at all, but you know what, it does the job. All I need to do actually is just swap that and these two around, because the cable kind of does block the dash a little bit. But apart from that, let's say, absolutely loving it. And it does the job. The phone's right in my view. Well, not right in my view, but you know, just out of my eye line when I'm riding, and it saves me always having to kind of go up and down when I'm using the sat nav and the GPS, which is exactly what I wanted, hence why I done it. So what I did do, I bought the RAM, I don't even care what these are called anymore. I forgot what they're called, but anyway, I bought the RAM mount things, and yeah, and then like I say, just done the pipe work with some copper that I had lying about. And yeah, I think it looks alright. It needs a little bit clean up. At some point I might even paint it, but for the time being, I'm quite happy with it. But yeah, Helena is pretty much as she was, I think, the last time you saw. The only thing I did get, which was absolutely amazing, was, so this used to be the top box that I had when I bought Helena, but just the other day I ended up getting this one, big, I'm sure it's 46, it's either 41 or 46 litre top box, so I can actually put my helmet in it when I leave Helena, rather than sometimes having to carry it about, which gets a bit awkward at point. And I got it mega cheap price, because it was a guy who was emigrating to Australia, and he only bought it, used it once, and the thing is immaculate, and yeah, ended up getting it for like 150 quid, so almost half price. So yeah, so anyway, as you can see, Helena is in a kind of state of repair at the moment. It looks worse than what it is, but what we're going to do today, let me just show you. So these were the tyres that I got with Helena, apart from the back tyre actually. No, I tell a lie, I did get that tyre with her, but I swapped it out when, not too long after I got the bike, we found a crack in the rear alloy, so the guy that I bought the bike off of very kindly sent me up a new wheel, and it came with a different tyre, so we just kept that on, and when they got swapped over and stuff like that. So yeah, so I've been using that, and then not too long ago, I think it was maybe in the summer, it was starting to wear out quite a bit, so I just put the I don't even know what it is, the Road Rider, Avon Road Rider, and absolutely fantastic. Still plenty of life in this yet, and like I say, I've put 3,000 miles on it, and I think the bike came with 14, it was just under 14, so I don't know when they were put on, but yeah, great tyre. So yes, the next part of the adventure is these big bad boys. So the Pirelli Scorpion Rally STR, I think it's called, which I got just put on today by the amazing Rebs at Tweedbank. So yeah, thank you, big shout out to them for putting these on for me, and front and back. So we're going to put these on tonight along with what's in this package down here. So yeah, it's going to be hopefully not too long a night. I'm hoping everything goes to plan. We might have a wee problem. But looks like, so basically I have no idea what bits on bikes are called even yet, but I don't know. So this bit obviously helps adjust the chain and everything, and keeps everything tight. When you adjust that bit, I didn't notice it when I was taking it off, but it looks like there's a little bit of a kind of screwed thread on it, and yeah, so it's not allowing the nut back on, which is a pain in the backside, but hey, we'll get through it. I might have to yeah, just fiddle about with it, because I've not even got the re-threader thing, unfortunately, or maybe I do. I'm going to go and find it. Let's have a look. So that is a bit of a BS steward though. Yeah, turns out I don't have a tap and die set to re-thread that. So then I thought, I'll nip across to a sort of well-known motoring store, which is only like 8 miles away. Yeah, turns out it shut in September when I was in America. That was another thing I didn't tell you. I was in America for like a month. Yeah, unbelievable. I tell you what I'll do right now. I'll do a little montage of my trip to America. Alright, you enjoy. what I'm going to do now is unbox or unwrap, because I've already unboxed it, but I've not unwrapped it yet, and have a look at what we're going to do next. Here we are. So yeah, so we've got a new sump guard, engine guard, sub guard, whatever you want to get. Helena kind of beefed up just before the winter came, so I could kind of use her a little bit more, let's say, off-road. So we're going to start doing some of the Trans-Euro trails that are not too far away from us. Unfortunately, apart from, I think, maybe 1 kilometre or slightly under a kilometre that is in Scotland, there's no Trans-Euro trail in Scotland. So to kind of do the Trans-Euro trail, it is in England, or starts, for me anyway, the closest part is in England. So yeah, so we just have to go over the border, and that was the plan this weekend. But with that little issue with the tensioner, I don't know if that's going to be possible tomorrow. Right then, so we got the old sump guard off. But I'll tell you one thing, it does give you a lot of instructions, and yeah, none of it, unfortunately, is in English. About what you might all have to take off. So we're just going to kind of get cracked on here, and trial and error, I think, is what is in order. So yeah, let's see what happens. So this is going to have to come off, I think, and this. Another one God's in the way. Oh, of course. Oh crap, I've just taken it back up. Hey, lefty Lucy, righty tighty. Remember that, kids. Lefty Lucy, righty tighty. Well, sorry that you kind of missed some of that because my phone battery started to die. So I yeah, popped it on charge, and just kind of got cracked on with it. So yeah, bit fiddly, but we have a sump guard on the bike. I think it's looking alright actually. I'm thinking this bit here is cut out for a reason, because the pictures that I did see of the Ziegler crash bars, they kind of come through here, the bolt on up in this bit as well, and then come through and then kind of work up this way. So that's why this bit's cut out. But obviously we've got the, in my opinion, better looking Heed crash bars. But yeah, so a little bit fiddly. There's a bolt under here at the back that is, yeah, a bit of a pain in the arse to get in. The old one out actually came out pretty well. Unfortunately, I did round the, I think somebody else has had it off at some point because the head was a bit rounded. It's a 13mm, but I managed to get a 12mm socket onto that, and I got it cracked open. But yeah, and then try to get the other one back in was just a bit fiddly because you kind of needed 3 hands to like twist the sump guard, lift the sump guard, and then obviously get the nut in, or the bolt in I should say. So yeah, a little bit fiddly there, but let's say I'm liking it. I kind of put the bracket up in here on loose just so I could get it positioned, and then kind of again loosely put these bolts in, and then kind of let it down, tighten these 2 little bolts at the back, and then tighten them. So yeah, they're tight up in here. I've just got to retighten the top of the crash bar, and then the two side, or two bolts on this side, two bolts on that side. That's it. Then I'm going to get the front wheel on, and yeah, that should be it done, apart from that fucking little bit that's on the adjuster on the back wheel. So let's say with the well-known automotive motorcycle cycling place, camping place, closing in Shields, I think the nearest one now is probably Edinburgh. It's a pain in the backside, so I'm going to take that thing with me tomorrow, and see. I'll take it to the garage up the road, and just see if they have a tap and die set that I might be able just to, let's say, sort of redo the thread on it, and I'm hoping that'll do. And then I can get the nuts and everything back in, and then yeah, get the back wheel finished off, and then we can go and have a little bit of fun off-roading with Helena. But yeah, let's say, really chuffed with that. Bit fiddly at times, but we got it done. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. There's quite a bit of clearance, like, I don't know if you can see from the camera, so there's a fair bit of like gap. There's a good, like, I don't know, good inch and a bit down in there, between the kind of bottom of the frame and the sump guard. And then I don't know what's, can't really get my hand up in there. Don't know if you can make that out, but yeah, fair bit of a gap between the bottom of the engine and the, obviously, the sump guard. That was that bolt that I was telling you about, pain in the backside. But yeah, let's say, I think it looks good. I'll once I get outside, out of the shed, I'll get some photos. And so yeah, so let's say, kind of went a bit better than I was expecting. I was expecting it to be mega fiddly, but then on the other hand, I was kind of hoping it would just, like, hey, bang bang bang, 5 bolts or whatever it was, and then straight back in. So it's taken a bit longer than expected as well. But yeah, let's say it's a 15-year-old bike, and for all I do try and keep, you know, up with the maintenance and things like that, bolts and things like that, especially on the exhaust. If anybody is a mechanic, they know what bolts on exhausts are like. So yeah, so we'll see what it's like tomorrow. Let's say, hopefully get that issue with the rear adjuster sorted, and then I can take it out for a ride just to make sure it's not gonna, you know, rattle up against the exhaust or anything like that. I mean, the exhaust, where it is quite close to the exhaust, is pretty solid. The only issue I can maybe see is just down in this area, like the sump is kind of hitting the heat shield. So we'll see. You might have to, like, get something just to wedge in, even if it was just a bit of wood or something like that. I might be able just to get something in there, just to, if it does rattle, just so it's no metal on metal. I'll get something anyway. Wood's maybe not the best idea right enough if it's going to be sitting on the exhaust. So yeah, so like I say, that'll be tomorrow. I'm going to get the wheel on the front and the brakes and everything. I'm going to just have a quick look at them, make sure everything's okay, working fine with them. And then, yeah, let's say, get that issue with the adjuster done tomorrow, and we will be good to go. So, let's get cracked on. They do look very good. I might have to do something with the forks at some point, because they're starting to look a little bit, just the alloy. But anyway, so I could maybe zoom it a wee bit. There you go. Sorry about a mess in the background. I knew when I built the shed it wasn't big enough, but I didn't realise it was going to be quite small as this. So yeah, there you go. The new Pirelli Scorpion Rally STR tyres. And like I say, big up to Rebs and Tweed Bank for fitting them for me. Thank you very much. So yeah, get that issue with the back wheel sorted tomorrow. I've still got these 2 bolts and the other 2 bolts, and then this top bolt just to tighten up it tonight. But yeah, and then let's see, we're good to go. Take it out for a wee spin in the morning after I get the issue with the adjuster sorted, and see what it's like. It's going to be a harder ride, definitely, just because obviously the rally tyres are a lot stiffer than what was on the bike, and they're still out there at the moment. But yeah, I must admit, they're looking good. I still maybe need to get a gold wheel for this. I don't know. There is something about a gold alloy on a motorbike, just makes it look awesome. Anyway, that's it for tonight. Let's say I'm just going to screw these or tighten these bolts up again for the roll cage, and then I'm going to call it a night. I've got a wee glass of wine sitting there, and gonna go in, get a shower, call it a night, get up, get that problem sorted. Yeah, and we're all good to go. So I'll see you guys in the morning.